Buying what you want versus buying what you can afford. There is a difference. So, today I want to talk a little bit about a subject that is, I don't know, I guess kind of near and dear to a lot of people. Buying what you want, being able to buy what you want, and having to settle for what you can afford. There is a difference. And there's a little thing, a little word, I guess it's a little more than just a word. It's called leverage. And when you learn how to use leverage to your advantage, and you learn how to take calculated risks, because everything you do has a calculated risk. So you have to learn to understand that everything you do in life, there's some kind of a calculated risk. And it's either going to succeed or it's not going to succeed. And when you learn how to use leverage to your favor, and you learn how to adapt, you can bring things, turn the odds more into your favor. So let's take this as a perfect example. So we just bought the Infiniti. We bought the Infiniti with $0 down. We didn't have a trade-in. And we got 1% interest. So the bottom line is we were able to choose the vehicle that we wanted. We drove a few vehicles. One was the F-Pace. I really liked that car. We drove the Land Rover. We drove Lexus. And then we drove this Infiniti. And right away, as soon as we got in the Infiniti, the room in here is phenomenal. And this just happened to be the car that Ruth decided that she wanted. Okay. So we made the decision to buy the car. And because we have been diligent in all these years, we were able to leverage other people's money in order to buy the car that we wanted. And when you can score a deal at 1% interest and leverage other people's money, that's a no-brainer, guys. We got the car that we wanted. We didn't settle for a car. We could have afforded to go and buy, I don't know, another Toyota Venza. We could have bought any number of really nice cars for a lot less money. But then we would have just been settling for something. This way, we are able to get the vehicle we wanted and leverage other people's money to our favor and get the car that we wanted with zero down. We didn't give any money at the dealer, and we didn't have a trade-in. Now, granted, there's a few things that fall into play there. And in order to bring you around to that, so around 20 years ago, I came to the United States from Central America, and I had a dog and a suitcase to my name. That was it. That's all I had. Now let's fast forward here, 21, 22 years, somewhere around there. All right. I own 2 businesses. Our home, our dream home, is paid for. My dream truck is paid for. We got this car, the car that we wanted, and granted, we'll have it paid for here pretty rapidly. But that's because I've learned to take calculated risks. You see, the difference between people that settle for things and people that have the things they want is they know how to take calculated risks. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and get yourself into debt that you can't get out of. By all means, it's not what I'm trying to tell you to do. What I'm trying to tell you to do is I'm trying to show you that there's a difference between just settling for stuff and taking calculated risks and learning to leverage other people's things in order to bring to you the things that you want. And once you have learned to do that, so I'm 50 years old, but I'm completely debt-free. I live in the house that we built. I own my own truck. It's paid for. My dream truck. I bought it in 2015, brand spanking new. It's paid for. And we bought this car because it's the car that Ruth wanted. And it will be paid for probably before the end of the year. So the bottom line is, when you learn to leverage, to use leverage, and when you learn to take calculated risks and move forward with those calculated risks, you can begin to do things that you weren't able to do before. So, all I'm trying to tell you is to learn how to use what your God-given talent, God gave you a brain, learn to use it. And when you learn to use it effectively, your whole life will change. Your whole life, everything that you do, will begin to change. And you will begin to see things, see results that you never thought in your wild imagination were ever possible. So you think about that for a minute. You know what the difference between successful entrepreneurs and people that live paycheck to paycheck is? Successful entrepreneurs have learned to leverage, to use leverage, and have learned to take calculated risks. And successful entrepreneurs look at something and wonder how they can use it to make money. Whereas people that live paycheck to paycheck are always wondering how they can afford to do things. Everything. I wonder if I have enough money to do this. I wonder if I have enough money to do that. Successful entrepreneurs think like, how can I use this to make money? How can I use that to turn more money? How can I leverage something that somebody else has, a proven system or something that's proven and in place and that actually works? How can I take that and leverage, harness that, and then leverage that in order to earn me income? And that's the difference between successful entrepreneurs and people that live paycheck to paycheck. So I'm about home now, and I just wanted to take a minute and just talk to you about that subject. The difference between what you want and what you can afford is all up here. It's in your mindset. And once you change your mindset and start taking and leverage, learn to use leverage into your favor, things will change. Okay, that's it. I'm home. Thanks for watching the video.